Let's review this video. Okay guys, so this is the final landing on the 1100 mile unsupported cross-country flight we did back in September called the Adventure Wingman. Well, this is like the last day, and as you look in the background of all of these clouds, you can see there's a lot going on. The sky is very active. It is not a calm day. It is not a calm sky. And what you don't see in this video is that right behind the person filming, maybe 500 feet, is an identical ridge to the ridge that you see on the other side. Now, you also notice I'm coming towards the filmer, meaning the wind is coming from that hill. So I'm literally coming in to land in rotor behind a hill in a very active sky, and it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, like 2 in the afternoon. It's like midday. So it is just everything that you don't want it to be, it is. Now let's watch. I come in and you see what the wing did right there? You see how the wing just like dropped backwards? It was like falling out of the sky. It was insane sync. It was insane, just like, just crazy turbulence. As soon as that wing just went to drop backwards, it was about to just like chuck me into the ground. And I did 2 things. Number 1, I hit brakes, and number 2, I hammered throttle, because that sync, that sudden drop back, that sudden like fall out of the sky feeling, which if you've never felt is absolutely not pleasant. Your only thing you can do, or the only thing you can do in this situation, since I'm only like 10 feet off the ground, is just hammer brakes and hammer throttle. Like the last thing I want to do is just like sink into and smack into the ground. So I hammered brakes and I hammered throttle, and we can watch the wing kind of dances around as I'm fighting to keep it above me and flying in a straight line. And then look what happens right there. The wing sinks out of the sky again. My original goal was to land like, I don't know, right there in front of everybody on the nice road and set the wing down so I'm not in the bushes. But as soon as that wing tried to just like drop me out of the sky a second time, I was like, okay, not yet. Because you never want to push a bad landing, right? So I'm coming in to land. It's not good. I almost just fall out of the sky. I'm like, okay, relax, hammer throttle again, hammer brakes again, continue to move, slowly come down and set down gently. Like that is setting down in a moment like this where your wing is just falling out of the sky is not a good move. It's not the time to do it. It's not the right timing. You know, you have the ability to just hit the throttle and continue to go. So hit the throttle, continue to go, and then set it down when things are under control. You can see I keep going, wind kind of smoothens out, and I set it down softly. That's what you want. You don't want to rush it. You don't want to throw yourself into the ground. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're taking a risk. Like if I had tried to land that second time when the wing kind of dropped out of the sky, I might have just like plowed into the ground. Although I'm a young guy and could probably handle that, I don't want to. You don't want to push that bad landing. You don't want to force yourself to land when you're not ready to, when you're absolutely not completely and utterly prepared for it. So I continue to fly until it smoothed out and I could set it down softly. Now, the thing that I really wanted to point out about this video is that the skill set of keeping that wing open, keeping that wing above me, and keeping that glider under control is something you learn on the ground. That is right there a perfect example of glider control. If you have good glider control on the ground, if you can keep that wing perfectly above you, regardless of if you're running off a hill, slamming into the ground, getting chucked by your buddy, getting waked by your buddy, no matter what, if you can keep that glider under control, when you end up in a situation like this, and not only if you can keep that glider under control, but if you have those reflexes to keep that glider under control, when you end up in a situation like this, or if you end up in a situation like this, your body knows how to respond. Because the reality is, like, if I had to think about what to do the moment that wing kind of like dropped back the first or even the second time, like I wouldn't have been fast enough. It happened so quickly, it would have just dropped me right into the ground and I would have, smacked in on my cage and probably broken some equipment. I would have been okay. I'm only 5-10 feet off the ground, but I would have broken gear, and that's no fun. And the worst thing about breaking gear and like tripping and falling down and having a bad landing is it kind of kills your confidence. It kills that, it makes you nervous, which when you're new, especially, that's the last thing that you want. So this is why I'm a big advocate of glider control. Like the better you are at glider control, the better you are active piloting the wing and the safer you're going to be in the sky, because, situations like this can happen. Now, this is a very unique situation because most pilots are never going to find themselves landing in a rotor of a mountain at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, because most pilots would never put themselves in that situation. But if for some reason you end up in this situation, having that glider control skill under your belt is going to ensure that you know how to handle it. It's not guaranteed, but it's going to give you the best odds. Now, if you are looking to improve your glider control, you want to get better as a pilot, or you're looking to learn how to fly a paramotor, we offer beginner training and advanced training here at Backcountry PPG. We're located in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we would love to help you. Thank you for watching. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you all in the next video.